The 174th installment of the LouieTeeNetwork podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. Before we get into our trip down memory lane, I do want to read a super chat, and I want to address another comment that is in the comment section. So, Liam C, thank you for the super chat, Liam C. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, how do you feel about blackout jerseys and a black alternate helmet, since the league probably won't let us wear our throwbacks? LOL. I don't like the idea. Black isn't one of our primary colors. It's not one of our colors at all, actually. So I'm not a big fan of black jerseys for Washington, unless they introduce a new team name, and in that name, in the logo, there's black, and then you go from there. But right now, no. I feel like with the throwback jerseys, personally, Washington has a couple of throwbacks that they should be allowed to wear, because it doesn't have anything. So one of them is the letter R, so that could stand for anything. Obviously, we know what the R stands for, but it's an R. I mean, leave me alone. Get out of my face. The other one is a spear. It's the arrow, and then they've got the other throwback that they're allowed to wear, that they always wear for homecoming, where the helmet is just absolutely just brown. It's like a leather. It just kind of looks brown. So they could wear that as well. Those are cool, but those aren't the ones that I enjoy the most. So I wouldn't be a huge fan of the black. And I know where you're coming from, because I thought about when teams are allowed to wear their throwback uniforms, are they going to allow us to do it? I would like to think that the answer is no, but you never know. All you can do is ask, and the worst that can happen is they say, no, you can't do it. So I would try it if I were Washington. Anyway, I digress. All right, let's go ahead and take that trip down memory lane. Yes. Yeah. Memory lane. Back down memory lane. I stumbled on this photograph. It kind of made me laugh. It took me way back down memory lane. What y'all know about that, Minnie Riperton? Nothing. None of y'all know nothing about that. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about these NFL throwback jerseys. So, the NFL came out recently and said that we're going to lift our one helmet restriction on teams during the 2022 season. So it won't be this upcoming season that we'll be allowed to see teams wear alternate helmets with their throwback jerseys that match the jerseys, that actually match the jerseys. Like, how silly is it that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wear their orange creamsicle uniforms, but they still got on their modern, pewter helmets? Like, that's dumb, stupid. It looks weird, and nobody wants to see that. So the NFL is like, you're right. It is dumb. It's stupid. Okay, you got us. Hands up. You got us. So starting in 2022, they're going to allow teams to wear multiple helmets during the course of the season to match their throwbacks or alternate uniforms. So in the spirit of that conversation, everyone's been talking about throwback jerseys now, because to me, the cipher isn't complete unless you've got it from head to toe. Like, you can't skip a step with these things. I don't want to see the jersey without the helmet. I don't want to see the helmet without the jersey. I need all of it. Give me all or give me none. So now that the helmets are back in the fold, I think it's now a discussion that we can have, and have it with clear eyes and open hearts and minds. So I'm going to give you how it is when I start listing things. I get listy. I start listing things, and all of my lists are comprised of 7 items. So I'm going to give you my top 7 NFL throwback jerseys. And I want to give out a disclaimer before I get started. A couple of jerseys aren't listed that probably would have been had teams not gone back to those jerseys. So the Chargers, for me, they're so close to the powder blues, and they have been for a while now. I'm not putting them on the list, okay? I like their jerseys the way they are, actually, right now. I think they've got one of the dopest color schemes in the league right now. And so they're really close to the powder blues. Don't really need to put them on the list. Los Angeles Rams, okay? if they hadn't gone back to LA, we'd be talking about those blue and yellow jerseys that they're currently wearing now, because those are the dopest. They would be at number 1 on this list, okay? No one beats the Eric Dickerson, yellow and blue Los Angeles Rams jerseys. Well, they're wearing those now. That's one of their standard uniforms. So don't need to put them on the list, okay? So, there are a couple of teams like that. Don't need to be on the list because they're currently wearing the jerseys that would have landed them on my list. So with that said, let's get to my top 7 throwback NFL jerseys. So number 7, we start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or in those days they were called the Tampa Bay Yuccaneers, and their creamsicle jerseys. Look, you say what you want about the Buccaneers. You can even say what you want about the logo and the Buccaneer with the pirate with the winking eye looks a little soft. Yeah, whatever. Got the knife in his mouth. Cool. You can talk all the shit you want about the way he looks. Guess what? That's a dope ass throwback. Okay, that's a dope ass get up, if I may say so myself. Anytime, and what I always think about when I think about throwback jerseys is when I played with that team on Madden, what jersey was I putting on? Was there even a debate? You're playing with the Buccaneers, you're putting on the creamsicles. Man, are they clean. That, first of all, that color, that orange, it didn't get much better than that orange, man. That is a distinct orange. When you see it, and when you see it, you go, man, that shit is clean. Those are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Ice cold. Those Buccaneers creamsicle uniforms, they do it for me every single time. And I don't know if Brady will be there in 2022 or not, but that'll be a hell of a uniform, if I may say so myself, if we get to see Brady and company in those unis in 2022. Staying in the orange hue, we get to number 6, and it's the Denver Broncos Orange Crush uniforms. So you're talking about the John Elway era uniforms. Now, they go all the way back to the 70s, but that's when everyone remembers the uniforms, from John Elway and him winning in Denver for all those years, but not being able to get over the hump. Those uniforms are so crispy. Those Orange Crush. And I don't think we really appreciate, just like the Tampa Bay creamsicle uniforms, I don't think we really appreciated those uniforms until they went away to those futuristic blue bullshit ass uniforms that they're currently wearing now, essentially. I wasn't a fan of those uniforms then when they shifted to them. I'm not a real huge fan of them now, but it is what it is. They were one of the first teams to kind of go to a futuristic look in the NFL. Everybody was kind of standard, base color, big, thick numbers. And the Broncos kind of went chic, and sleek. Smaller numbers, stripes and different types of shit going on and different colors being interweaved. And it was different at that time. And I was like, hey, that's cool. Helmet was a little different. They changed up the Bronco logo. It was the big D with the Bronco and the light. And then they go to just the little Bronco head. Okay, it's different. And nothing beats the Orange Crush Bronco look for the Denver Broncos, okay? That's the iconic look for them, down to the helmet. And I need the helmet. The cipher is not complete unless you give me the helmet as well. So the Orange Crush, man, it just does something to me. I gotta have it. So that's number 6 on my list of NFL throwback jerseys. Coming in at number 5, I've got a 2-way tie. I couldn't leave one of them off the list, so I put them at number 5 together. And call me a homer, call me what you want, but I'm a Washington football team fan, and so these are the two that do it for me, okay? And for me, they're neck and neck. I couldn't decipher between which is the best. I just had to go with both of them. Don't make me choose. It's almost like you're saying, hey, you got 2 kids. Which one do you love more? I can't do that. I'm sorry. Same thing with these uniforms. 75th anniversary that Washington wore back in 2002. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ooh. Are you serious? With the spears on the side of the helmet? Burgundy, dark burgundy. I told you guys, I don't wear uniforms. I don't wear jerseys. I had to cop one of those. I got a Portis 26, one of the 2002 throwback unit. I had to do it. I had to cop one of those because they were so dope. So you get the deep dark burgundy with the deep dark burgundy helmet with the arrow on the side. And then you get the yellow pants. They're deep gold. Deep gold. With the striped socks to match the burgundy, gold, white striped socks. Man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop it. Stop playing with me, man. Then, that would be the home one. So that's the home. So the deep burgundy. Deep burgundy. Okay? With the deep burgundy helmets to match. Deep gold pants. That's the home getup. You take me on the road, and when we wore these back in 07, we wore them at home. But these were more of a road uni. Yellow helmets with the white circle with the red R inside of the white circle. Stripe down the middle with the burgundy outline. That's on both sides. Stripe down the middle. Yellow helmet. White tops. Burgundy numbers and letters on the back. With the big ass patch right here. Gotta have it. Yellow bottoms. Okay. Gold bottoms. And a bright, vibrant, almost yellow bottoms. Whoo! With the striped socks. They're all white. Then you get to these little, like 7, 8 stripes. And it's gold and it's yellow and it's burgundy and it's gold and it's burgundy and it's gold. And they're just all in the circle. Stop. Look, man. Sean Taylor had those on. I will never forget it. It's the game we lost to the Giants. The year the Giants won the Super Bowl. We had them on the ropes. They were 0-2. They had given up like 90 points in the first 2 weeks of the season. We were up 14-3 at halftime. We were dominating. And they came back and beat us 17-14. I think the score ended up being in that game. And I don't think it was 17. I think it was like 17-13 because we got down to the 2-yard line. Clinton Portis wasn't in on the last play. They gave it to Liddell Betts. He gets stopped at the goal line. We lose the game. They would have kicked the field goal and sent it to overtime if we were down 3. I think we had to be down 4. We were dominating that game. Whatever the score was, it might have been 17-3. They ended up beating us, 21-17 or whatever it was. I just know that uniform right there. Silence is golden. That's my number 5. Okay, a two-way tie. 75th anniversary burgundy speared helmet uniforms for Washington and their 1970s R on the side of the helmet, white tops, gold bottom uniforms. Whew. Oh, man. I'd pay money to see those again. Coming in at number 4. I talk about these jerseys all the time. San Francisco 49ers 1994 edition unis. They won the Super Bowl that year. White tops, big red letters with the emboss of the black shadow behind it. All white too, so it's white tops on white bottoms. Ooh, you better watch yourself. You clean over there. When they were at home, it was the red tops with the white outline and the dark black shadow. The numbers were actually white on the red jerseys, and the shadow was there, the black shadow. Those were nice, but it's the white on white that did it for me. The white on white unis. Man, the red ones are dope too. Don't get me wrong, but the white ones, they do something to me. And I see those, I'm like, all I think about is prime time, prime time, prime time. Think about Steve Young, get the monkey off my back. Ricky Waters, high knees. They taking me back, man. You're taking me back. And I've done a podcast where I've talked about them before, and I've done a podcast when I talk about the game that's synonymous with that jersey for me. NFL 95 was the football game that made me fall in love with football games. I'm gone. Call an ambulance. I own you. I told y'all about that already. Don't do that. Look, I told y'all when we go down these roads, this is what happens when we go down memory lane and we start going down this nostalgic path. I start going on tangents. Y'all know how I do, man. It was some fun times back in the days, man. I love reliving it. So, off to number 3 we go. New England Patriots AFL red tops, white helmets, white bottoms. Again, this is one of those, when I'm playing Madden, if I pick the New England Patriots, I know exactly what I'm going straight to. There is no other choice. Those 1996 Patriot uniforms, the Drew Bledsoes from 93 to like 97, 98, those are cool. You know, the Drew Bledsoe, Curtis, my favorite, Martin, you know, Bill Parcells, those uniforms, those are cool. You know, put on the blue ones. Those are all right with the gray bottoms. Those are fine. They don't hit like these though. They don't hit like the Patriots Super Bowl in '85 jerseys, which these are akin to them. Red tops with the Patriot snapping the football. He's down in the center stance, about to hike the ball. None of the other jerseys hit like those. Remember, they wore them in that year when Randy Moss was in New England. They went ape shit. Brady set all these records. They go undefeated. That was 2007. I think everybody that was in the AFL wore their AFL uniforms in that 2007 year. The Titans had an AFL uniform that they wore, Vince Young and all of those guys. That's the one that you see on the artwork, the thumbnail for the show. A lot of teams wore their AFL uniforms in 07. It was a tribute to the AFL and NFL merger. Those are dope. Those are clean. Red is my favorite color. So when I see that deep, lush, vibrant red with the old helmet, it just takes me back. And it didn't get much doper than that. Those are so clean. When Brady and those guys were wearing those uniforms that year, I was like, whew, I can't stand the Patriots, but boy, I could watch those uniforms all day long. Number 2. These might be my favorite uniforms. They just don't look as crispy as the number 1 team on my list. But these might be my single favorite uniforms to see on NFL players. Houston Oilers love your blues. And I ain't talking about the Earl Campbells, even though they kind of are akin to these, but they had the tearaways back in those days. I'm talking about the Warren Moon, Steve McNair, Eddie George editions. That teal blue with the white numbers and letters with the red, that subtle red outline. Ooh, with the oil tower on the helmet, the white helmets with the teal oil tower outlined in red. I'll punch somebody in their face to see those again. And I think we may actually see them next year. I might slap my mama to see those again. Like, and this is the thing. So I put this specifically on my thumbnail. I don't want the AFL shits. And they were cool. Don't get me wrong. Those were cool. The AFL uniforms with the all teal, with the all teal helmets, those are cool. I don't want that shit though. I want the real throwbacks. I want the Love Your Blues. I want the white helmet with the stripe down the middle, with the oil tower on the sides. I want the teal jerseys with the thick white numbers with that subtle red outline. I want those. And somebody did a hell of a job with their Photoshop of A.J. Brown. I want those. I want it to look just like that. That's what I want. Not the AFL ones. I want those. With the and this is what set it off for me. The red face mask. White helmets, red face mask. Those boys, man, they playing too many games with me, man. Number one, though. I don't think these are cleaner. My number one, they're cleaner. I like the Oilers uniform better. But the number one uniforms on the list are cleaner. They're the cleanest. And the color, if they get it right. My favorite color is red, like the bloodshed. But the Eagles Kelly green, Lord have mercy. When it's done right. And so I have the Eagles on the thumbnail from the 1960 throwbacks that they wore like in 2000 and maybe 7 or 8 with Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick. I don't want to see those shits. They were garbage. I want the ones that somebody photoshopped on Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about the Randall Cunningham, fam. All right. The only thing running is numbers, fam. I want the Randall Cunninghams. The Kelly green. Okay, that bullshit they put on in like 07, 08, they have no outlines. It was the Chuck Bednarik ones that they wore back in 2007 or 2008. I don't want to see them shits. Those are cool. I don't want those. They didn't have the proper outline on the wings, on the helmet. None of that shit. It was just bland. Those were garbage, in my estimation. You want to bring the Kelly green back, you better bring it back the right way. If you're going to bring the Kelly green back, bring it back the right way. I need the deep, lush green, the Kelly green. I need the thick white numbers. I need that subtle black outline. If you don't bring the black outline, then don't bring me the jersey because it's not the same. Then I need the eagle grasping the football on the side, on the patch, on the side, on the jersey. Like, don't give me this bland shit with just a number. I need all of the details. I need all of them. I need the eagle right here on the side. And of course, I need the helmet to match. So if you're not going to give me everything, don't give me nothing. And you know what? To make it nice, to finish, I need the stripes. I need the 2 green stripes on the socks. Do it right or don't do it at all. Again, when you would play with the Eagles on Madden, you were playing with Vic, or you were playing with Westbrook, or you were playing with Shady McCoy. That's what you were doing. That's what you was rocking. You were rocking the Kelly Greens. I may not stand the Eagles. I can't stand them with a passion. But you can't hate. You cannot knock the hustle of the Kelly Greens. I'm sorry. You can't do it. So, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, either you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. Somebody did a great job of photoshopping Jalen Hurts in the Kelly Green, the real Kelly Greens. I need that. I need that in my life. He still ass is Jalen Hurts. But boy, he'll go to, he might stink, but he'll look good doing it. That's for damn sure. So, tell you what. That's my list, and I'm sticking to it, man. Quickly to recap. Best of the best NFL throwback jerseys. According to me, your man Louie T. Number 7, Buccaneers creamsicle uniforms. You may hate the logo with the Buccaneer winking with the knife in his mouth. Hey, I don't have any control over that. I just know the whole ensemble from top to bottom, dope. Number 6, Broncos Orange Crush unis. The John Elways, okay? Deep orange, that lush deep orange, thick numbers, blue outline. and the old school D with the Bronco inside with the light shining. Yeah, I need it. I need it. That's my number 6. Number 5 is a two-way tie, 2 different Washington football team throwback uniforms. The 2002 75th anniversaries that they put on. My God. Deep, 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 deep burgundy with the deep, 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 deep gold pants. Okay, so the top is deep, 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 deep burgundy. The pants are deep, 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 deep gold. And the helmet is deep, 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 deep burgundy with the arrow. Whoo! Darryl Green, I remember Darryl Green in those things, boy. And then the 1970s white uniforms. Yellow helmets, white circle, red or burgundy R, white tops, burgundy numbers and letters. And then you had the gold, the bright, vibrant gold pants with the striped socks to match. Those are my number 5. Number 4, 1994 San Francisco 49er championship unis. White edition. White tops, red numbers, black outline, white pants. White on white. Before anybody was doing the white on white specials, black on black, all of that good. Before anybody was really doing the top and bottom same combination, 49ers did it the best. Clean. White on white. With the old 49ers helmet. Number 3, New England Patriots. AFL edition red tops, white bottoms. With the old school Patriot logo of the Patriots snapping the football. White helmets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With the blue stripe, the white stripe with the blue outline on the side, on the shoulder. Stop it, man. Stop it. Number 2. Love Your Blue Houston Oilers uniforms. Now, I'm not talking about the Earl Campbell tearaway jersey ones. I'm talking about the Warren Moon, Haywood Jeffries, I'm taking it back with Haywood Jeffries, man. Eddie George, Steve McNair edition in their early years in before they made the jump to Tennessee. The teal tops, thick white numbers, red outline, oil tower on the helmet in blue, outlined in red, white helmet, striped down the middle. And to complete that cipher, I need the 3 thick stripes on the socks. Teal, red, teal. With a little bit of white in between. Yeah. I need them. And then finally, number 1 on the list, Eagles Kelly Green uniforms. If done correctly, you get that Randall Cunningham feel. Yikes. Zoinks, Scoob! Those are so effing clean. If done correctly. You gotta get the light heather gray with the slight white outline of the wings on the helmet. And it's almost like an edge up. They come straight down. They don't merge into the little patch in the middle where it says Hutch. Nah. Randall Cunningham's helmet comes straight down. The wings go straight back. And it's so subtle. It's just a little white outline. It's very thin. All right. I need that. The 1960 Chuck Bednarik joints, they bleed all into the middle. There's no outline. There's no sharpness to that. They don't have any outlines on the numbers. I need the Kelly Green, white thick numbers, black outline. I need the eagle with the football, clutching it right here on the shoulder pad. I need all of this stuff, or I don't want it at all. And I need the striped socks too. LouieTeeNetwork.